Boom, baby. We are live. Welcome to Tokyo Crypto Show, episode number 86, where we are going to talk about Operation Ethereum 2. Episode number. I am joined by Charlie from cultivatecrypto.com. You can call me Diamond Hands because this shit doesn't have one iota of fear. It is not located in me. In the meantime, what we're going to do, take a quick look at our show, our episode teaser we've got here for you right now. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Tokyo Crypto Show. I'm Jonathan from modernlifedating.com.
I'm Charlie from cultivatecrypto.com.
Today, we're going to introduce you to Operation Ethereum 2X. All right. As you know, about a month ago, Charlie and I predicted that Ethereum was going to hit 2,000 US dollars. It has hit that target. It has surpassed it. Yet, there's some people out there that still don't believe what's going on. So, what we're going to do today, as you can see, I have my prized possession, my beautiful, beautiful Rolex. It's a Daytona. It's a 2019 model. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to go to Nakano, Tokyo, which is notorious for luxury watches. We're going to sell my Rolex today, buy Ethereum, and we are going to 2x the money by March 30th. So come with us on a journey in Tokyo. Let's see you guys on the moon. All right. So there we go. that was our little trip there. And as you can see, I feel quite naked without my Rolex.
Your
Uh,
baby's gone.
I know, man. That might be some breadcrumbs as to what may be happening in the future. But Charlie and I, this was my idea. I told Charlie, I said, look, I have an idea. I really want to just show the people, like, hey, this is how convicted I am with what is happening right now in these cryptocurrency markets. So now, as you can see at the end there, I got severely undercut on the Rolex price. I sold it for 16,000. I knew she was hustling me, but real joke is on her because she doesn't own any crypto. Uh, I just knew like that we could easily double this money in a month's time by March 30th. And so we sold the Rolex. We took the cash. We went, had some Korean barbecue, as you saw at the end there. We're celebrating. And then we went to our OTC guy and we bought Ethereum at that time. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the power of cryptocurrency and Charlie's expertise, Charlie from cultivatecrypto.com. And we're going to show you, we're going to report back in by March 30th. We're going to let you know exactly what's going on. I know I'm getting my money back in my heart of hearts. We had some hiccups along the way too. By the way, we're going to explain everything now. Charlie has the Ethereum. We have we started with, what was it, 9.1 Ethereum we got for that?
Yes.
Okay. So we got 9.1.
Yeah. Anyways, keep going.
Okay, so we got 9.1. Brent Caldwell says, how much is the Rolex actually worth? I could have sold it for $21,000 easily so. But I didn't feel like sitting there and arguing with the lady and back and forth. She's like, we got some scratches. I was like, look, lady, I know what you're doing. She gave me the urgency. She's like, listen, this deal is today only. I'm like, and then she's like, oh, we're gonna cancel it. I was like, okay, fake urgency. Okay, the takeaway. Like, I'm a sales master. I'm like, okay, lady, go through your fucking script. I'll let you feel like you won. They did counter it. Initially, they did say like at 15,000. I was just like, no, like I got to take 16 or walk. Just wanted to show them that we're not playing games. And yeah, and now Charlie, why don't you talk about what is really gonna go down here and the technical aspects of it all?
Sure, I can kind of give this the best along with some charts. So I'll share the charts here in a second, and then I'll describe what our basic strategy is for this, essentially. Alrighty. There we go. We got it. Ready?
Boom. Pull it up. There you go. Boom, baby.
gotta start with some memes, right? So where's the dip? Really? Where's the dip? But
where's the fucking dip, Donnie?
There you go. That's better. So yeah, essentially, right? Yeah, we got a couple days of nice dip. I see a couple people in the chat not satiated. They want second helpings on the dip. So we'll see if it comes, right? We'll see if that comes. But for now, right, on my channel, I've been talking about this date here, right, February 22nd for quite a while. So here's the situation that Bitcoin is in. And then we'll get to Ethereum, and then we'll get to our strategy with this idea behind the 2x Ethereum, right? So basically, right, we had a cycle high, had a clear cycle low, all of Bob Lucas. If you aren't following Bob Lucas, go over to his Twitter or YouTube. Excellent stuff over there.
Did you see Bob reply to me on Twitter?
No, what'd you say?
I'll tell you. I'll show you later. Go ahead.
Okay, it's funny. So yeah, we had this downtrend, right? Clear breakout of the downtrend. And if we turn on the Bollinger Bands, right? Also, this middle Bollinger, the 20-day moving average, right? We closed above it, started testing the top Bollinger. So from right around that area, we were bullish, right? Could have been bullish a little earlier. I mean, technically on the second bounce here, we were still in the downtrend or not broken out of the downtrend. But essentially, there's a few signs within here we were bullish as well. But yeah, basically this was the safer option to be long and strong again on Bitcoin. So, right, Bitcoin came all the way up here to 58,000. Now, you got to take sentiment into account, right? How are people feeling? What kind of is going on? And I mean, we mentioned this on Moon Gang on Monday. Or on Sunday, American time, Monday, Tokyo time. We also mentioned this in terms of, let me zoom in a little closer here so it's bigger on people's phones, because I know everybody's on their phone. But yeah, essentially, the sentiment was really high, right? You got laser eyes coming out on the Twitters. Everybody looking for that 100K Bitcoin. And yeah, just all the retail traders who came into the market at the beginning of February, right? They basically came in at the perfect time, because you could see this candle here is where Elon Musk tweeted about Bitcoin, right? What was it? I think it was here where he tweeted Tesla had bought $1.5 billion of Bitcoin back in January. And then it was here that he had tweeted, I remember what it was. Here is where he put hashtag Bitcoin in his bio. That was the only thing in his bio. So we had a kind of a false pump there. And then we had the real pump when he's like, yeah, I actually put money behind it, right? So this kind of over exuberance, everybody's feeling a little high, almost too easy for the retail traders to get in, because after Elon starts talking about Doge, talking about Bitcoin, people are like, okay, there's something to this, I'm going to get in, right? So I think a lot of retail traders, at least the smart ones, right? There's different types of retail traders, of course, but the smarter retail traders, right, were getting in at around that stage in early February. And believe it or not, you can see this by the sentiment of the memes. The memes have gotten extraordinarily better over the last few weeks, and that's just because there's more normal people, more retail traders in the market, right? So the price came up, but yeah, just people were over exuberant. Exchanges are like, screw you guys, we want some leverage positions to be taken out. So the price dropped massively, right? We saw on Kraken yesterday that price exaggerated on Ethereum, which a lot of people were complaining about. But yeah, they're just taking out people's stops, taking out those areas where they can go hunting for people's stops and take out their leverage positions. It's not, you just got to know how that game is played, essentially. And they do that, right? They go and if they have a chance to take your money and there's the right opportunity for it, what do you think they're going to do about it? They're going to take that money and run. So yeah, we have this downtrend. Now we're in a middle zone right now where we're like, okay, right? This trend could easily continue to the downside. If it does, and we get second helpings on the dip, as some of you guys want, right? We have this area right here of the previous high and the 50-day moving average to watch for support. In the meantime, right, we are still in this target area where after we broke out, Bitcoin was in this, the first target was this area. So this was just extra for Bitcoin, right? There's two scenarios right now. If we turn on the moving averages, if we turn on the 12 EMA and the Bollinger Bands, we're still on the daily close, right? We're still above this 20-day moving average, and we would need to regain essentially the 10-day moving average. Here I'm using the 12 EMA, roughly similar. So that currently the 12 EMA is at about $51,000. We need to break above that area and close for several days to the upside to continue up. And then we would also need to beat this previous high for the cycle to continue to the upside. So we're at a turning point right now. The next couple of days, we should know, are we more bearish? Are we more bullish? And if so, right, for how long? But for right now, we're just in this middle zone. So it's kind of a wait and see game. So that correlates to Ethereum, right? When we come over here and see Ethereum's chart, we can see we had this wedge. The target on this wedge was 1800. Psychological target of 2000 was swiftly rejected. And we'll talk about how that relates to the Rolex play here in a second. And then, yeah, we've gotten a lot of dip from here. Of course, on Binance, it came down to about 1355. But as we showed on my show yesterday on Kraken, they pushed it all the way back down to 700, right? And they purposefully liquidated people with stops in, as well as Nexo, the place that allows people to get loans. They also liquidated a ton of people. So yeah, these exchanges and some of these places looking for opportunities to do so, they saw that opportunity and, basically pushed the price down a little bit extra. But for Ethereum, you can see these candles over here, right? And we're getting support around that same area. So for now, Ethereum's in the same zone as Bitcoin. If we turn on the 20 moving average, it is a little different. On the daily, it has closed below that area. So that's a little less bullish. That's more bearish than Bitcoin is, but it has held up on the bottom of the Bollingers here. So we need to see, again, several days of increase back towards that 1800, if not higher, for that to continue. So we watch what, Big Daddy Bitcoin does, but then we check over here on Ethereum and we see how that's going. Then Bitcoin dominance, not really doing much of anything, just kind of sit in the middle here. So the altcoins are just kind of sitting to wait and see. If we take a look here, and I think we'll probably give an update on Operation Green Rolex today too. But let me get to
really
that.
Want to? No.
Okay.
Let's.
Okay, we'll leave that one for another time then. No worries. I'm fine with that.
That's a whole other episode because
all right,
don't want to jinx it.
Okay, fair enough. I still got my beard going, so the good luck beard. That's that's what's holding Bitcoin on to by a thread here right now. But
I have not shaved in the month of February as well, so I'm right there with. No, I have not. I trimmed it the other day at the barber, but I have not shaved it.
Gotcha. So there we go. Bullish. But anyways, the altcoins have held up rather decently, right? Polkadot's still above 30, Cardano's still above $1, Binance Coin's still above 250. Litecoin got a pretty massive hit though, actually. So that's one that's probably going to take a while to come back. Chainlink's taking a bit of a hit, but still decently up. But yeah, it's just interesting to kind of see how that goes. Dogecoin actually holding up very well at 6 cents, amazingly enough. But yeah, it's interesting to kind of look at the market. We still have $1.5 trillion in the crypto market, so the money is not fleeing, right? We're around, I think, 1.6 or $1.7 trillion in market cap in all crypto before this dip, so that's not really changed all that much. So Bitcoin was at just over $1 trillion, now a little bit above 900 billion. So yeah, not a whole lot of money fleeing the market, right? Just money shifting within the market. So yeah, it's something to watch. In terms of, we can talk a little bit more about this, but just a couple headlines, right? MicroStrategy is betting another $1 billion on Bitcoin, right? So they're buying more Bitcoin on this dip. We've got Square buying another $170 million worth of Bitcoin, right?
Probably coincidence.
Yeah, exactly. Just a coincidence, right?
Probably nothing. pay no mind here that some of the richest people in the world are buying more Bitcoin. No, your uncle who tells you Bitcoin's a scam and he has a net worth of $77. Listen to that guy.
Exactly. I think that's what everybody should be doing, right? And then also, right, the New York Attorney General, which had been basically going after Bitfinex and Tether for the last 2 years almost, maybe at least a year and a half, trying to sue them for basically trying to manipulate the crypto market with the US dollar in a synthetic manner. Right. Basically, they closed the case and said, yep, they admitted no wrongdoing. So Tether admitted no wrongdoing and they couldn't pin anything on them. Tether, 1, New York Attorney General, 0. So
it's hilarious that they paid him off 18.5 million because that's really like something for, if you gave 18.5 million to somebody in the chat, it would be literally generational life-changing money. But for Tether, they're literally like the digital Federal Reserve. They're just like, just print up some of that Tether and we'll pay you guys out. No problem.
Exactly. And so it's all these things together, right, are pretty bullish for Bitcoin long term. So yesterday in the show we had everybody kind of freaking out, just like, oh my god, dip, right? Some people, I would say 80% of people that have been watching the Tokyo Crypto Show and have been watching my show Cultivate Crypto, right, and been watching Moon Gang with all of us, you guys know that the dip is an opportunity. So I saw a lot of positivity in the chat, but then there's some people who may be newer to the markets, right, that this freaks them out a lot. So get it, those guys who were able to, take advantage of this or are able to take advantage of this, right, are basically shaping their diamond hands as we speak. So it's an interesting market. Everything's fine, right? So it's just a matter of watching. So with Ethereum, right, there's a number of things that we can do in order to gain on this over the next 1 month. But you can't force the market to give you gains, but you can find different strategies to take some gains while they are there. So we'll do different things for that. Do we want to mention the one kind of fumble at the beginning? But I think we should.
Yeah, no. Okay. So what we're going to do. All right. So we're going to talk about everything. And Operation Ethereum 2X started off with I don't want to say massive mistake, but this is we just feel like, quite frankly, we could lie and be like, yeah, we're fucking smart as shit and we're impervious, but we actually
nobody gets away from this game scot-free.
Yeah, we did lose 1 Ethereum. So we're down to 8 Ethereum. We have lost 1 Ethereum. Even Charlie was trading, but he wasn't wearing his crypto degenerate shirt.
And didn't have this going on yet.
So our level was at 50%. And
it is what it is.
So Charlie, you want to walk him through exactly what has happened, and then the plan in order to get this money to. The goal is $32,000 because we want to double it. We're gonna take the 16 and make it 32. Okay.
There we go.
Charts back up.
Alrighty. So here was the play, right? And it's a little bit of a trigger finger. It gets me sometimes, and it gets everybody, right? Nobody's perfect. So like I said, right, on Bitcoin, took a long out from here, massive profit, right? Things have been going well on that trade, and I did take profits on that trade into Bitcoin, right? So that trade essentially doubled the amount of Bitcoin that I was putting into that trade in Bitcoin, not in dollars, but doubled that trade in Bitcoin, right? So obviously we have our winning trades, and then obviously you make some moves every once in a while, but you have to mitigate your risk, right? So this is why we talk about risk management whenever you're in a trade, and this is why we only trade at less than 20% of our overall portfolio maximum, right? We can trade less than that, of course, as well. And then also we have the 80% that we're holding long term, right? So that makes sure that you can have some room for a little bit of error, right? Keep your losses small, let your winners make bigger gains. And some things, nobody is perfect. I mean, most like here, right? We got, in case you want to look at the percentage gains from this trade in terms of this, I could have closed it out here at the top, of course. That would be a lie, but I closed it out basically at 50,000 on the bounce. And so that's a 42% gain from basically February 2nd or February 3rd. I forget which day around that it was in this trade. But yeah, February 3rd to here, February 23rd, essentially. So about 20 days, you get a 42% gain. And then if you use a little leverage on that, which I don't recommend for beginners at all. This is something that for people who've been in the market a while that understand how this works, right? But a 42% gain, then plus a 3x on top of that. Yeah, pretty good situation there. And, a lot of funds, a lot of hedge funds out there, a lot of professional institutions will be lucky to get a 25% return on in an entire year, right? And of course, that's on their entire holdings, but that's just an example of how good the gains can be in crypto, even if you just spot trade, right? That's a 42% gain on a spot trade is not bad whatsoever. But this situation with Ethereum, right? I think the day that we got it was on, it was our Saturday. So it was on one of these 2 days. I think it was this day specifically, actually. And if we pull it back out to, let's say, the 8-hour charts, we can see a little bit more of what's going on. You can see Ethereum here on the 8-hour chart, right? Getting nice and back above its 100 moving average. But anyways, yeah, we bought, I think when you bought it, the Ethereum, it was around $2,000 or $2,010.
It was 205,000 Japanese yen. So let me run a quick conversion. So the purchase price was 1,933.
Okay, so we'll put a little line down there.
1,930. So guys, write that down if you guys are tracking along with us at home. $1,933 and 9.1 Ethereum was acquired.
Right. So I believe that was probably right around this area here. You sniped the bottom of that day's candle, or that 4-hour candle right there. And by the time I got it, it was just around 2,000. And then I took what the chart was telling me, probably by about like 3 or 4 hours, a little bit too early. And just, it is what it is, right? So had a long on here. Believe the price was 2017, right, on that long. And then sometimes you snipe the top, right? Came back down here, had a pretty big goosing to the downside all the way down to 1800. Did not worry about that dip in terms of, the stop loss and stuff was way below that area, but comes down here. All right, you got to ride it out. But on the bounce, it started to look a little bit weak right under those areas. So I did take out that at around this area here. And that was at a loss, right? So I wrote down the number. Let's see. Can't remember off the top of my head. The number that it was sold out at was. Maybe I didn't write it down. Did you write it down? I think I sent it to you. I sent that number to you, right?
What was it exactly?
That number where it took off the leverage, basically.
Okay. So what I have here is leverage a 3x long at $2,017, and then close the leverage position at $1,911. So 1911.
There we go. So that is what it is. So it's good to show the trade, right? Because you're not going to win them all. Like if there's somebody out there who says I won every single trade that I've ever made, they're an absolute liar, right? And you make these errors sometime, and sometimes you get a little bit too trigger happy, and that's what it is. But you keep that loss small, and I mean that time of getting out here. You said 1911, right?
Yes, 1911, like the pistol.
Yep. So right down here at the bottom of these candles, right about this area here. And well, that was good to get out at that area. Not in terms of getting out of Ethereum, right? But getting out of the leverage trade because, wow, that downside was pretty massive, right? So now we look for the next opportunity and we see when that comes, right? So, you got to take them and roll with them. And then, the next trade is where you get it. And obviously compared to your entire crypto stack, what we're working with here, this is a fraction. It's not near the 20% of the overall portfolio. So we are sticking by our principles as well. So we follow the rules. We have a plan and you have a strategy and you stick to those. You stay disciplined. If you do go a little early on a trade, sometimes that's the risk you run, and you make sure you understand what your risk is, and then you cut it at that point in time, because if you let the risk go too big, you add to your position to try to move the margin around or do any of that bullshit, you're going to make a bigger loss. And obviously that move could have been a lot worse. So you have to have proper risk management. We talk about that in the course. You got to play offense sometimes, you got to play defense sometimes. And you learn from those.
Right. And Brandon Beaver's in the house. He says, is it a good time to buy at this low? I bought in at 1930. Charlie?
So,
it's an amateur question, but my friend,
it's a position sizing question, or it's a position sizing question that I'd have to post to this guy, and that's what I do on my consultations, right? So position sizing would be, how much is that of your entire Ethereum position or your entire crypto position? So did you buy all on one purchase? If so, you definitely need to take the crypto mindset course, because that is not what you should be doing. You should never put in everything you're looking to put in all at one time and be like, yep, just ride the market from here. It's not really a strategy that tends to play out very well for most people. There are times when you can do that, right, for a portion of what you want to put in, but compared to this is going to be all my crypto holdings, I'm going to buy all at one price, that would not be good. But for example, one thing I mentioned on my show yesterday, that's a good strategy. If you're not sure when to buy anything in crypto, and you have, like, let's say you had, for example, $1,000 or $10,000, however many zeros you want to put on it, right? Take 20% of what you want to buy.
Okay, $100.
Okay, whatever. Take 20% of what you want to buy and buy it now, right? If you're only going to put $100, then put it all in. Fuck it, whatever. But if you're going to put in 1,000 or 10,000, let's say, then take 20% of that, buy it at any point, right? Doesn't matter. Just buy it when you want it, because you're never guaranteed any dips. And then look for good opportunities to deploy the other 80%. That's just a simple strategy for some newer people who are always kind of just like sweating, and like, wow, when do I go in? When do I go in? It's like, you don't have to go in all at once, right?
And, for all you guys asking these questions, like, for example, Jack Meoff says, will you guys accept Ethereum for payment of the crypto mindset course.
Only Bitcoin this time around.
Only Bitcoin, because if we're gonna have multiple crypto on ramps, already it's a headache when you guys. It's not your guys' fault, but just e-commerce is not set up for a seamless crypto payment system. But those days are coming. Okay, and that being said, unfortunately, Ethereum is not. But if you have Ethereum, I mean, just you can do Ethereum to Bitcoin and buy it, and then you have Bitcoin right away, and then pay with that. So it's really not that hard at all.
And you do get a 10% discount on the course if you do pay in Bitcoin. So, that will take care of any fees for transferring from Ethereum to Bitcoin and all that jazz.
So if you're not on the waiting list, do take a moment right now. Go to www.cryptomindsetcourse.com. You put your best email address in right here, and then you click here to sign up. This does not cost you any money. This does not cost anything. All it does is puts you on an alert list. And with this alert list, you are able to receive updates for the 5-day enrollment for Crypto Mindset course starting on March 5th. You'll be able to enroll only for 5 days. So March 5th, March 6th, March 7th, March 8th, and then March 9th. Midnight, it's game over. Then March 12th, that is when the educational webinars begin. We will all file into Zoom. I'm assuming there's going to be at least 350 people in there minimum. The waiting list is blowing up. Everybody wants to get educated on crypto. This is not a one-stop, easy little buy this and become a millionaire course. This is to become rich by educating yourself. I'm not going to say who, but there are members in the chat right now who started with humble investments. Guys in their 20s, guys in their 30s, and guys in their 40s. They are now millionaires. This is not a joke. I'm not going to talk about people's private information on the internet, but we have taken this course. We have given it to the people. The people have responded, and they have become millionaires. The days of, oh my God, $1 million is so hard, and I don't know. You guys are very privileged to have found us, quite frankly, because if you just check our track record, we were talking about you got to buy Polkadot in Q4. We were talking about that when Polkadot was $5. I think it was like $4 to $6 at that time. Now, $35. I know people that put $100,000 in at the time and have 7x their money. Okay. We talked about $2,000 Ethereum came. It came, obviously, boom, all-time high hit, 2,000. Here we are about a month later. Ethereum has hit 2,000. Well, people were shorting Ethereum, saying like it's not going anywhere. We called it. The track record is clear as day. This guy is clearly the man. He's the tech. I'm the fundamentals. With our powers combined, we are cryptomindsetcourse.com. So go there, get on the waiting list, and we're going to sort you guys out. Links in the chat, and it's 100% for free to get on the waiting list. The course is only $697. And for you guys that think like, oh my God, $697, that's so expensive. Trust me, being poor is way more expensive. Go and use your credit card, borrow money. Trust me, everybody who's done this educational course, we literally have 100% customer satisfaction so far. You get a Telegram chat, you get access to all the previously recorded webinars as well. So you can watch them. If you miss them, you'll be able to watch them again. And they're recorded in a manner that you can watch them on 1.5 speed, 1.25 speed. If you're a psychopath and you can watch on 2x speed, you can listen like that. But the time is coming. And once this is done, it's closed. You cannot get into crypto mindset. You're going to have to sit down on the sidelines, watch us make a bunch of money. And I don't know what to say. Like,
yeah, there's going to be, it's interesting. There's going to be a lot of opportunities within the market during the course itself, right? I'm not going to be on YouTube during the course time, right? We're not going to be giving out the free information that we give out during the course time on YouTube here. And so, yeah, there's some people, right, who've made lots of money just by watching our YouTube. And it's one of those things where, I would like to be on YouTube while I'm doing the course, but I got to devote myself to the course to make sure that everybody in there is well taken care of. Because here's the thing, before we started this course, right, and before I started this whole business, in fact, right, I basically, the way that I scale up in this business is I decide what I want to give in terms of what do you call it? What I decide what I want to do in terms of like a service and information, right? And then I test that first before saying, hey, come and do this service, right? I test that service or I test that idea in a controlled manner. And then if it makes money, then I launch it at a bigger, in a bigger phase, right? The first course, I didn't go all over YouTube talking about it. I just talked about it on my channel, didn't send any like information about it out there, and we got people sign up, and those people were successful, and that gave us the confidence, but then also it gave us an example of what to do in order to make sure to get a group of 100 people profitable in crypto and to maintain those profits, right? Because it's easy to make profits in a bull market. It's hard to keep them, and it's hard to do so in a responsible manner and with a strategy. So proof is in the pudding, and there'll be a lot of opportunities during the course itself. And we have a few specific modules within the course that by themselves, right, just 1 or 2 of the 20 webinars that we do, we have 1 or 2 that will probably give you a chance, if you play your cards right and you're smart enough to do the research and put in the work, that those 1 or 2 modules or those 1 or 2 webinars will make you more money than the course costs, hands down. So if you don't want free money, I guess the course isn't for you.
Well, and then talking about our conviction, and you guys don't believe this, take a look here what we got. This is actually the first episode of the Tokyo Crypto Show. And we knew that this moment in time would be here. This was on February 13th, 2019. I mean, we're there sitting with our paper, my paper background here. God knows what I'm wearing. I mean, this was like the beginning of the startup days. The Yeti mic. I mean, sitting next to each other and like awkwardly sharing the keyboard and the microphone. Because we honestly, we just knew in regards to cryptocurrency, we knew that it was a legitimate thing, and we knew that the world needed to hear about it, and we knew that it can do what we're all here for, and that's okay. We knew it can make you a fuckload of money, and there's nothing wrong with that. Pay your taxes, go home, kiss your wife, pat your kid on the head, give your dog a treat, whatever. Okay, we are here to let you guys know, quite frankly, the truth about fiat money. I'm not going to go too crazy down the conspiracy theory hole, but I just believe that this whole beer bug thing is all a cover for the financial system. That's what I personally believe. I mean, if this is such a devastatingly, whatever thing, there should be people dead in the street everywhere, and they're not. And why are we printing all this money? And why of all the money printing, why are the people receiving the least amount of it? People like PBS are getting money, and all these other organizations getting millions and millions and millions of dollars. Listen,
the Lakers got a small business loan. Oh yeah, they did. They're a tiny business.
Yeah, Lakers. I mean, they don't win any championships, right?
Yeah, it's not a loan. Sorry, the best way to put it was small business stimulus check. That's what I was thinking.
Man.
But yeah, exactly. They're only on their way to trying for their second championship in the last couple of years.
Marcus III with the $4.99 super chat says, "I want the crypto degenerate T-shirt. Whereby it's custom made. I had the idea to go make it, and I dragged Charlie to go with me. I was like, "Come on, Charlie, let's go make these shirts." And we have a friend that works in the fashion district called Harajuku, Harajuku. You can see it. It's the fashion district. It's the fashion capital of Asia. Our friend has a shop out there, and he custom made these shirts. Quite frankly, these shirts are really high quality. These shirts were $50 each. So factor in shipping. If you really want it, I mean, it's probably going to cost you like $100, and we make nothing off of it. So you're really going to have to persuade one of us to go to the post office and go get this.
Well, yeah, and going there and getting him to make it, because he made it, with his, by hand essentially. And it's not like going to the mall in America, right, where they make it like with some like what do they call it? I forget what they call that. This stuff will stay on for basically forever, right? So
it's good stuff in regards to what we're doing here. And like I said, talking about people in the community. Look, dude, everybody is like banging down Charlie's door to get information. Rich Cooper, John, Bulldog Mindset, Rolo Tomasi. I mean, all these people want Charlie's information. And what we did, we've quantified it all in the Crypto Mindset course. So, I mean, talking back, let's go back to talk a little bit about Ethereum here, right? So, we have March 30th for the actual execution plan, right? And that's the date that we're shooting to have $32,000 in the account. Now, what happens if we hit it earlier, Charlie? Do we pull the plug, or what do you say? Do we keep going? We look at the charts. Do we do a show? Let's talk to you. Let's talk to the audience. Put your opinions in the chat, guys. I'm gonna let Charlie talk, and then I'm gonna look at the chat and see some good comments to put here on the screen. Charlie?
Yeah, I would say in terms of, when we get to that exact dollar amount in value of Ethereum, do we pull the plug, right? Well, right. We'll let the chat decide in terms of, what they're thinking, but then also in terms of the chart, right? If you're in an uptrend that has more upside or that has just higher targets, right? You want to make sure that you can take out some profits early, but you want to ride the trend, right? So there's, that option. You could just pull it all out at that price, secure it, and then do what we want with it, whatever that is. Or you can let it ride a little bit until the end of the trend. Once the trend is confirmed to be finished, then you take your profits on that. You might have to do several trades. It might not be just one trade that you make. You might have to make several trades in order to make that happen. We'll see what the market gives us, right? The market is not right now saying, hey, I'm gonna do this or do that exactly yet, but there it's showing, okay, if this, then that opportunities are there. So we wait for this to see if that one of those scenarios happens, and then we do that. That's the strategy. So I think a lot of people, when they think about trading, they think it's a binary option, right? It's like there's only one possibility and you go with that. It's like, no, there's a lot of probabilities and a lot of different things you have to take into account, probably over 20, 30 different factors sometimes that you're looking at all at once, and then categorizing which ones you prioritize in terms of that information. And then you have to make a decision on it like that. And you have to do that several times or sometimes in one go in order to make this type of situation happen. So I know in the crypto world, 2x is not the most sexy number, but it is not an easy accomplishment by any means. I think it sometimes happens easily to people and they get lucky. Sometimes it takes people a really long time to get that number. So, it's definitely worthwhile amount of money to go after. And yeah, we'll see what the chat is saying here.
Yeah, so really not too many opinions. Got some questions. Do you like
really?
Ethereum over Bitcoin since they both appear on the sort of path? Personally, if you gave me an option now and you're like, okay, do you want $100,000 worth of Ethereum or $100,000 worth of Bitcoin? I'm taking the Ethereum, Charlie.
So it depends on a couple of things. One, if you're asking me for the rest of this bull market, right?
Just a gift. Let's just say you had to choose one of two.
If it was given to me at this exact moment in time, I would choose Ethereum just because of the increase that it can have in the rest of this bull market will outpace Bitcoin. But if you're to just say, hey, like if I didn't know what the situation is in the market or something, and just at a random point in time, I would say Bitcoin just because it's the one that we're all looking to accumulate, right? We use Ethereum to increase our Bitcoin stack. And yeah, sometimes, we want to increase our Ethereum stack when we're in a bull market, but at other times, right, we want a stable portfolio. And, there's been a lot of times in the early part of this bull market, right, before Bitcoin broke past 20K, when Ethereum wasn't doing anything, right? And so, yeah, Bitcoin leads the market. So I like to, focus on how much Bitcoin I can gain over the long run.
Nice. I think that, like I said, if you want to let's be honest, I know who you are, Brandon. You're in for the fast cash. Take Ethereum by the end of the year.
Yeah, the fast cash, exactly. This bull market, right? For the rest of this bull market, yes, definitely Ethereum.
Let's see if you guys want MLD Clips. Says, get in the course, guys. Make money and fight the YouTube algorithm with me. Don't forget to go subscribe to my MLD Clips channel. I put the link in the chat there. We're at over 300 subscribers already. The channel's been up for about 2 weeks. Let's see if we got any more questions. What books / videos should I study to make the most on the coming course, Charlie?
Yeah, there's been a couple books that I've been recommending to people. One or a couple that I recommended in my show in terms of mindset that are good that you can get on audiobook or in print. One was recommended by my guest that I had on Thursday, Mark Dukas. He mentioned a book called Trading in the Zone. I believe I forgot the first name of the guy, but his Douglas was the last name of the author, and I think it's Mark Douglas. And then that's more of a mindset book that is a solid read and probably worth reading or listening to multiple times. And then another book that I would say is a little bit longer, but has a lot of age-old principles, not only for crypto, because I mean, obviously this book was written very early in the last century, almost, the story takes place over 100 years ago. But the markets have not changed. Human psychology has not changed. So this book is called Reminiscences of a Stock Operator, right? Super, super good. I was, reviewing that and listening to it, just a few weeks ago. And it was funny. It was around the same time as the GameStop short squeeze. And it was just a chapter in the book where he's just talking about, how, the short squeeze play is just, always going around, right? And it's just one way to, get what you want in the market. And so it's just like, boom, like this hasn't changed in the last 100 years. And you got all these people on CNBC saying, oh my God, this is like so new. Like we've never had this before. It's like, are you kidding me? This has been happening for decades and centuries, literally. So
We got some more quick questions here. I'll handle this one. What are your thoughts on Bitcoin Cash? Pretty easily summed up. LOL. Let's see. What time will the courses start? 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on March 12th. Okay. March 12th. Write it down. All right. Let's go. Next question. Chris Moffitt says, what's the minimum you'd invest to have enough skin in the game to have it be worthwhile? First of all, in my opinion, your mindset is 1,000% in the wrong place. Okay. Now here's the deal. If you are in a situation right now where you are, quite frankly, ignorant about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever, all right? If you don't know what dollar cost averaging is, if you don't understand the concept of fiat money, the endless printing of the Federal Reserve, all right? What this is going to do, it's going to properly put you on the launch pad to go to the moon, basically, all right? This is going to put you with the right tools, the right mindset, and the right understanding of the market right now, because a lot of you guys don't seem to realize we are in the very beginning stages of a bull market. It's not always going to be like this. Okay. Crypto is cool right now. It's sickening to see all these little like dorks pop up. I'm like, oh, I'm a Bitcoin influencer. I've had Bitcoin for 3 months now. And let me tell you what I know about Bitcoin. Right. But that's me being a little pretentious. But the thing is, we're watching a lot of new money coming here, a lot of fast money coming. A lot of people don't know what the hell they're talking about. So we're going to give you a very solid look at the market and teach you how to make money. Now, you have to ask yourself, do you want to be competent in crypto? I'm assuming yes. And if you want to be competent in crypto, this is going to be worthwhile because less than 1% of all financial transactions on the planet are done with cryptocurrency, and Bitcoin is at $50,000 right now. Once that number goes up, the value goes up. Everybody's going to use, we talk, a look into crypto. Wasabi always talks to us about, one way or another, you're going to use crypto. All of people, one way or another, you will be using cryptocurrency. It's only a matter of time before you're either forced to use it and you're just still poor or middle class, whatever. But if you jump on the train early, because there is still time, we're probably 15% over with the bull market right now. Okay. There is still time for you to make a considerable nest egg of profits to enter 2022, make up for what happened in 2020. So yes, it is going to be worthwhile. Okay. It's absolutely going to be worthwhile. Oh, good Lord. A lot of KK says, will there be a limit on how many people can take the course? Zoom holds up to 1,000 people. So yes, 1,000 people are the limit. You're gonna see Charlie's beard. It's actually all gonna become gray at that point. It's gonna
Well,
come out
I
like
gotta look. Sorry, go ahead. Oh, Gandalf.
You look like Gandalf the Gray.
Yeah. Basically, I'll probably end up growing out the sides too during the course. Don't have time for shaving. Just gotta eat, sleep, crypto, baby.
Yep. And then let's see. We got any more questions here? Sir Sir Gregor F says, "Hey, accidentally signed up for Q1 due to the email link I received for. I think YouTube deleted contact. Should I fix? Oh, Jesus Christ, Greg.
I'll send him an email. I don't know what exactly the issue he's dealing with. I haven't seen that. I'll send I'll get him an email.
Greg, pro tip: don't put your email address on the internet for the world to see.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus, I should have read that before I put it up. It was a long one. I just put it up. All right.
It's all right.
The RIP your inbox. Christian Martin just lost a lot of money. He says, if you don't know what you're doing, do not leverage. Cannot say that enough. I told you 100%. Don't leverage.
It's like you said right there, the caveat, right? If you don't know what you're doing, you got to understand what you're doing, and it's for advanced traders only.
Sounds Online says, are you going to buy back the Rolly with the 32,000? If you've sold a used car and made money off the profits, would you go back and buy the same used car? I don't know about you. I'm not really. I didn't buy the Rolex used the first time around, and no, it's gone. I've made my peace with it. It was my first token that I brought for myself for entering massive success. That Jonathan is gone. A richer version is here. So you just stay tuned. Just stay tuned. You're going to see a lot of great things coming here for free this entire year. 2021 is the year of crypto fun, guys. Tamid Chadman says, can I buy the course on March 6th? Yes, sir. Please, once again, please listen, guys. Pay attention to what I'm about to say. The course opens for enrollment on March 5th. And you can enroll in the course for 5 days. So March 5th, March 6th, March 7th, March 8th, and March 9th. This is like college, okay? This is your enrollment period. You have an enrollment window. It is 5 days that you can enroll, okay? The price is $697 US. If you want a discount, you can pay in Bitcoin. The course itself starts on March 12th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can sign up for the course and the waiting list by going to cryptomindsetcourse.com. Joel Castro says 10 consecutive days, including Saturday and Sunday.
No. So we do have 2 days off. So we'll be doing from March 12th, Friday, March 12th through the 23rd, with 2 days off in the middle. Those 2 days yet to be determined. Once the course is on sale and people are filing into the group, we will give out a schedule. We may give out a schedule earlier than that, but we'll give out a schedule once we have it.
Legionnaire Archery says, so there'll be 2 classes, both the same, and you choose which is more convenient for you? No. The AM lesson is different from the PM lesson. However, if you cannot attend the lessons, they will be recorded and edited and put on a private website for you to access on a later date. Okay? Adam, let me make sure there's no email addresses in this one. Adam with $5 super chat says, couldn't get the high gas fees to keep the Ethereum price down, or does the market not care? I've seen a lot of ERC20 tokens bridge to BSC because of high transaction fees.
Yeah, so basically, did the high transaction cost for Bitcoin in 2017 keep Bitcoin price down? Pretty much no. Could it slow down your Ethereum transactions and slow down the Ethereum network and make people look for alternative options? Of course, right? So it will benefit potentially some other coins like Binance Chain here, right? Some other BNB in particular and coins related to it. But it might also, but it won't, slow down Ethereum's price discovery.
Let's see, a couple more questions here. let Chris Moffat says HZ sounds like throwing all my money at debt can wait a bit. Yeah, quite frankly, in this situation, especially with all this rampant money printing, if you have debt, it's best for you to delay it, because if you're going to take that money, you're better off investing it now, because the longer you wait to pay off your debts, the actually cheaper it gets as the value of the dollar goes down. And with this huge round of Biden bucks coming in, the US dollar is going to take a hit again. I'd like to have thoughts on ETH price manipulation. I think this is a matter we should keep a close look at. Really? Charlie, what do you think about that?
I would say in terms of the Kraken exchange, right? It's an exchange specific problem. Different exchanges have that problem more than others. But in terms of ETH itself, I wouldn't worry about it.
Let's see. Do I have any more? Troy Francis is in the house. What's up, Troy? Troy.
Hey.
Troy says hot. He's talking about you and me at the same time. Thank you so much, Troy. We love you, buddy. Let's see. Do we have any more questions? Arthur Martins says, okay, 1,500 UTC and 3 UTC. I presume sessions. Each session is 2 hours long. So theoretically, yes, the marketed time is 2 hours, but they always go over.
So here's what we structure it as, right? This is how we structure it to make sure that we go over responsibly if we do go over in time, right? Which is we do the first 1 hour, which is essentially a presentation. Then the second hour is questions on that presentation, specific questions towards that subject only, right? And very structured questions, not just, what's my portfolio, look like in this situation. We're getting rid of all that, junk. But then that's the recorded part, right? Then after that, we have an open Q&A session, and that one, takes extra time. But that's where the magic happens, I would say. A lot of the non-recorded portions get pretty spicy and fun, and that's where a lot of good information is given for sure that we can't necessarily be speaking all on the tubes.
Right. And then let's see what else we got here. How much again is $6.97? And then there was another good question. Let's see. Can you guys turn your heads when you talk to each other like some Brady Bunch throwbacks, as if you're literally saying, can you stop being retarded?
He probably goes full Simple Jack into one coin all at one time. No, I'm joking.
That means can I still be involved in crypto beyond 2021? No. On December 31st, all crypto is deleted from the earth permanently, and we will all have to use Dogecoin. Yes. What do you think cryptocurrency is disappearing? Is this a real question? I'm kind of yeah. Mark R says MLD is using his ultra patient voice. Yes. I'm like to grab the bullhorn.
Hey, you gotta do that sometimes. But yeah, he knows you well.
Adam is saying, "Can I answer?" We
already answered the super chat. He's just an impatient SOB. No,
calm your little self down. Okay. Colonel Sanders with $5 super chat says, "Chicken leg, chicken leg, chicken leg, chicken leg." Thank you so much. Troy says, "I DM'd you, Charlie. He'll get back to you in the year 2022." Just hit me up with what you need, Troy. I'll relay it to him.
And that's only for Troy specifically. But I just saw it on my Twitter, right? I got it here, so he just DM'd me literally during our live show. So
yeah, it's all good. He got you. That being said, let's see. There was another one saying, okay. So here, Charlie, can you clarify this one more time? Let people know with Operation Ethereum 2X. Francisco says, just to be clear, are you guys going to buy and hold the Ethereum until the target, or spot trade along the way? Charlie?
We will do a little degeneracy. We got our crypto degens here. We'll do a little leverage with this. So we'll trade it along the way. right? We'll see which way the market wants to go. Whichever way the market wants to go, we will trade it in that manner with what the market gives us with some leverage. But we're not going to be cash settling that leverage trade. We'll be settling that trade in Ethereum. So the goal is to stay in Ethereum as much as possible, right? Not get out into cash.
Right. And that's what I'm talking about. We just got so many people I'm getting everybody's hitting me up about this course too, man. And I'm just helping Charlie
yeah, we do a show once a week. Yeah.
Let's see.
just FYI for future reference for people too, like the best way to get in contact with me as fast as possible right now directly is through email, charlie@cultivatecrypto.com. I do have a hired team member and he takes care of all those emails. We'll get back to you within 24 hours from this point on out.
Alex Grigor, 5 Great British Pounds, says, how long will the lessons be recorded for us to access them at a later date?
So for the people in that quarter, they'll have access to that forever.
Okay. Did 30% in 1 month on alts. Now I bought BTC, Ethereum. Is it okay? Look, dude, we're not going to answer your trading questions live on the air.
Drop them in a nice blanket and hug them.
Yeah, get in the course, and then we'll sort you out. Okay. But yeah. So I mean, that's pretty much what we're gonna going on here. We're gonna do a little bit of holding. We're gonna do a little bit of leverage trading. Now, do not leverage trade. I repeat, unless you've been trading for at least 3 years and trading successfully, not trading and losing your money for 3 years, and you understand the concept of leverage, then you can give it a try. But I do not advise anybody to trade leverage. I'm not trading leverage. Charlie's going to do it. I'm just going to oversee. Yeah,
it's a professional skill, right? It's not something that people just do like Shooter McGavin, right? Like just shooting off the hips and trying to 10x your money like tomorrow, right? It's just stupid. So you got to be extremely careful when you use tools that increase volatility in an already extremely volatile asset.
Yep. So we're gonna show you one more thing. Bob Lucas replied to me. Let me show you what happened here. It's funny. So Bob Lucas put out a tweet. This is just pure fun at this point. He says, when you're single, you visit Vegas casinos, have a grand time blowing your cash. When you're married and at home, you become a quote investor. Sadly, the outcome is similar. Do it for the right reasons. And then I said, Bob taking the red pill. Hit me up if you need help, Bob. And he says, I will once you lose the laser eyes. And he doesn't like my laser eye icon there on Twitter. So, hey, what are you going to do, right? Nobody's perfect. Good to see Bob. Bob Lucas is one of the legendary traders in our sphere. We have been following Bob and his 4-year cycle for a very long time. And
dude,
great guy, super intelligent guy. Got the Rona. He beat it. God bless him. And yeah. So that is it. That's all we're going to do for today's episode here. Don't forget, go to cryptomindsetcourse.com. We'll be providing weekly updates on Ethereum 2x, and then next week we will potentially be doing the final update of Operation Green Rolex. For you guys who do not know, in last summer I invested $10,000 and we were going to trade that up to be able to buy a 18 karat gold Daytona Cosmograph Rolex with a green dial. It is one of the rarest watches in the world. In addition to that, the price of the Rolex since we started the Operation Green Rolex in summer, the price has actually gone up $20,000. However, despite it going from 55,000 USD to $75,000 USD now, we are still on track. And we're going to be providing an update next week on that. So you're going to want to keep an eye on this channel. Hit that like, hit that comment, hit that subscribe. Omar Alonso with a $10 super chat says, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And Shay Neal says, if you had bought the ADA, it would have been done already. I know. Trust me. I wake up every morning. I have a picture of Luca on the wall. I throw some bugs at it. And then I just say, why, Luca? Why, you son of a bitch? But it's okay. Like I said, I'm human. And Charlie's human. We're all human. Sabina says, when bear market, what you're going to do to what you're going to do? Sell, Jesus, lady. What are you going to do? Sell all or hold? Here's the deal. What we'll do is we're going to focus on the bull market first. Then we're going to worry about the bear market, one thing at a time. Focus on the bull market right now.
Yeah, and in the course we do give strategies for how to play defense, and then also for how to play the bear market as well. So we talk about that in the course.
So that's gonna do it for us today, guys. Don't forget, hit the like, hit the comment if you're watching on replay. Definitely subscribe and turn on notification bells, because crypto is kind of like a gray area on YouTube. Sometimes they like to censor Charlie's stream and this stream because they're AI bots and all that crap. So you have to turn on the notification bells. You have to subscribe. That also helps us out in the YouTube algorithm. If you like we've been literally giving you free information for 2 years now. So please show us some love. Like, comment, subscribe. We don't like to beg for this stuff, but it's just how the YouTube game works. Until that, you guys have a wonderful day and stay calm. This is just the beginning. We'll see you soon.